So we're going to start by looking at the app. The app is downloadable, searching in the App Store under Lymefriends, all one word. Lymefriends App comes up. We're going to go ahead and you can take a look at it, make sure it's the right one. But we're going to go back as we already have downloaded that and open up the app. So opening up the app and opening up to the home page here. This is really the individual health story page and timeline view for each individual. Gives you a synopsis of what I have done in a given period of time. So here what I want to show you is this is the health timeline. You can see on the left side here it starts with 6 symptoms. Symptoms rise and fall over time. In May of 2020, I was symptom free. That's a big deal. But with Lyme disease, symptoms come and go. And so we want to be able to enter those in and find out really any date in which we would like to, what symptoms were on my graph, but also whenever I'm matching and trying to find a Lyme mentor, a Lyme conqueror, who has already resolved the symptoms that I currently have. We're going to look at their timeline and look for symptoms that we have in common that they have resolved. Now, why is that important? It's important because I want to see the regimens in which they conducted that allowed them to resolve those symptoms. So you can see in May, about May 18th is whenever I showed that those symptoms had resolved. You can see the symptoms that I had at that point where I was very cold, I had back pain, I had bone pain, fascia, my fascia hurt all through my body. I was crying, fatigue, crying, my eyes were watering, and you could see that in June, right for my birthday. I was symptom-free, but ongoing symptoms, and then, of course, more shit happens down the road as it's just the way life is. But you can see down here, these are the different regimens that I conducted, and you can look and find out how they line up with the key down here. So I used a medical device, foot baths here. I used, the yellow different medications, and the green food-based combination. You can see more below. Physical therapy, body work. Tried everything. I was throwing the book at it, and physical activity, walking. All kinds of different regimens. Fasting, I tried fasting, colon hydrotherapy, and single herbs. And so these regimens will match up with what the key is. You see a little bit more detail about the pain here, and you can see how this actually, this view on the mobile phone, which is what primarily everyone uses, is a little bit different than what the actual PC or laptop will have. But there is a sentence here that would describe the pain. And so pelvic pain, it feels like vice. Relief is extremely important, and it is resolved because I had resolved it. It would show ongoing or relapse if I had not. Nasal congestion, I feel stuffy. Relief is very important. I really having a bad time at this point. Anxiety or panic attacks, unendurable. Bad breath, abdominal bloating. So those were the symptoms that match up here. Okay. And so then the regimens in which I conducted at that time, these are the regimens. More detail about these regimens. You could see on July 15th what I did here. I started, in the end, it was Candida. I'm taking... olive leaf extract, targeting Candida, talking to my concierge doctor, vitamin C, thought it was the coronavirus. I'm taking antifungals, I'm taking antiviral, close that up, you can collapse that so that we can't see it, get a little bit better view. You can see down here, This is when my pain had gone up at these times. Anxiety a little higher than others whenever I have a lot of pain. You can see there I have anxiety very, very high, low energy and high pain. As I resolve them, I would have more energy, less anxiety and pain. And down here you can get a good tracking of different key indicators that we would use every single day. You're answering 3 key indicator questions, but gives you your averages, rolling averages, and things like that. And then every day we're going to answer these key indicator questions as regards to our energy, anxiety, and pain levels. And so now. That is the health timeline view. Now, if I want to enter a symptom, this is how I would go about doing that. So I go to the symptoms page, and really there are an infinite number of diagnoses, but there are a finite number of symptoms. Think about that. An infinite number of diagnoses. We started with ICD-9 codes. We went to ICD-10 codes. Now we're at ICD-11 codes. So the number of diagnoses, the number of symptom combinations keeps increasing. Fact is, there's a finite number of symptoms. So what that means, of course, it starts with anus rectum pain, but that's alphabetical order. So I have highlighted the green for Lyme disease to make it easier, but what I've found is that it is significantly easier for people to choose their symptoms from a menu, just like ordering from a restaurant. Just easier to choose when you have something in front of you. And for that Lyme brain, which we all suffer from, it is just a little bit easier whenever your symptoms are highlighted there. You can see in the green. You can also type in, over here it would be, I could try elbow pain, but there isn't anything. So why didn't that pop up? So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get away from the specifics of calling it, just my elbow. So it'd be joint pain. There we go. Joint swelling comes up. Okay, now what is the description of that feeling? I have joint swelling or joint pain. Joint pain's already on there. That's why joint swelling just came up. And now I can choose how it feels. Okay, is it dull, electric, frozen muscle, getting smaller, inflamed, jarring, limp, muscle ineffective, no pain, numb, pinching, pins and needles, sore, stiff, tearing, tender? You get the idea. So when entering a symptom, you can select the symptom and then how it feels, what your current impact level is, how you're impacted, the importance, and symptom status, ongoing, relapse, or resolved. I show you this because resolved, that is how I will take you through and show you how to resolve symptoms later. So these are the active symptoms that I have. You can check this out. If this is a symptom I mentioned, it was on my chart. If I select here, I want to show it as resolved. That's how it would. I'm sorry, these are my active symptoms. Those green ones green means go. I have active symptom bad breath. Trust me, ladies, I don't have it right now. I'm just joking. But relapse, if I want to get rid of that, I could go to resolve, but I want to show you how to do that later. Okay, now I have all these symptoms. I want to find a Lyme conqueror who has resolved those same symptoms. So I'm going to look here. I want to find my matches. Here's a 94% match. It currently has 61 symptoms, but 0 resolved. Current regimens, doing 14 regimens. Might be someone I want to take a look at, but it's a lot of symptoms, but none resolved. So you know that they're going to be more of a rookie status. Here's current symptoms, 1 resolved. Danny, current 2, resolved 0. No one has resolved any symptoms. And this brings me to why we need help. We need to build those answers. We need mentors. Here's Mishaz. Current 80 symptoms. That's a lot of symptoms. Resolved 5. Let's go find out how they resolved them. Wow, that is a big list of symptoms. We find out which ones were resolved. We might have to go back and look. We might have to go back a year and see. Oh, there you go. So we can find out how they have resolved just by going back and scrolling through their timeline. So a little bit hard to see on this, but again, we're building the answers. I'm just releasing this. You can see all of their symptoms and no regimens to speak of at this time. So we want to find people. We can start a discussion with them. We want to find people who are a lot like us. There's Deborah. She's improving. If I wanted to like, or she wants to like my comment, or I want to like her comment, we can do that. We can also search hashtags. Let's say we want to search neurotoxins. Boom. Now it will bring up. There we go. Any talks that we had on neurotoxins. So we have a searchable, usable tool that really has a lot to do with symptoms and regimens, and then and learning off of each other's timelines. And so now we want to start and activate and use a couple of regimens. So we want to, what regimen are we going to use? This is easier to see on PC View, but we could use supplements, medication, SOT, nutrition, vaccination, medical device, energy therapy, PT, physical activity, or mental health. I'm going to go up to supplement. And okay, so supplement. Now I'm going to choose which supplement I want to enter. Is it a herbal complex, vitamin complex, mineral complex? I always believe that things work better synergistically whenever they are in a complex, but everybody's different. Probiotic, enzyme, homeopathy, essential oils, dietary oils, stem cells, placenta, BX protocol, oxygen catalyst. And then here are some samples of different regimens, supplements that I regularly use. These would be to kill Lyme as well as to kill co-infections. And I put them down here just for little references. People want to use in the future. They can just makes it easier for them. Enzyme, serapeptase, bind, Livoplex by standard process. But these are actual supplements by actual supplement makers. Systemic formula, standard process. I use them a lot. Nutritional Frontiers. So let's just say that I want to bind some toxins. I put in bind. That's the regimen. And now I want a first timer, some experience, or seasoned veteran. I'm going to select a symptom in which I'm targeting, brain fog, and then a start date, an end date, a hashtag, and a note is required. So I will put this in. Start date, today. I'm going to end it, 2 days. Hashtag is going to be bind neurotoxins. Note is required. I'm working hard to bind toxins in the intestines. Okay, I'm going to save my regimen. Boom. And now I can head over to the health storyline, and you can see that there's going to be a new regimen here, and it will pop up. Oh, there it is. New regimen, and it did not work as a catalyst to resolve any of the above symptoms, but you can see it as a supplement, and you can see a little bit more information here. So this is the mobile view that most people will be using. The 3 questions daily on the key indicators. This is what this section is for. I ask everyone to answer 3 key indicator questions daily. I'm only going to put I am a 7 right now, as I am exhausted from putting all this together and rolling this all out. I'm about that, I guess 70%, but maybe more like 50. Anxiety 3 because y'all make me nervous. Performing in front of people. But pain level maybe a 2. I'm going to submit those, and it's going to graph them for me up here. So one more little trick that I can show you, and I will show you a little bit more down the road here, but I can manage my profile. What does that mean? It means that I can print my entire report of symptoms and everything that I've done, and all of how I feel my resolved symptoms, and all of my notes. I can print them and share them with my doctor. And so I know I went through that very fast. We can see the dates, the times, it's categorized. This is the plan. This is the planning software. This is how this becomes a planning software. And so I've taken this basically and looked at all of the different processes that I have used, and really spoon feed it through Lymefriends to you, so that you can build your own healing plans. You can share them with your doctors, and you can work together to resolve symptoms to become one day better.